up, guys? We are back in the office for another weekend deal update. Gonna bring you the 10 best weekend running shoe deals that I could find. This is like a 99-mile-an-hour fastball for me right down the plate. I feel like CC Sabathia in the World Series. I've been trying a few new things this week, so let me know of the videos that I've been posting the past few days. Which one is your favorite? What do you want to see more of? I had a lot of fun filming that Alpha Fly comparison, so if you like that workout video, let me know which shoes you want me to see compare in a workout test like that as we get into the next few weeks. Anyway, today I'm mainly focusing on training shoe deals. Got a bunch of good ones from Nike. It seems like maybe they're going through that same problem that Adidas had last year where their inventory is getting a little bit bloated, need to cut some colorways to make room for the next season, which benefits us runners. And of course, we got some of the good old mainstays, and one of my favorite shoes from last year is on sale at the cheapest price we've seen it yet. So before we get into it, I want to let you know that all these deals are now living on the Supwell website. So I've been spending the past few days building out this deals list. So every week I'm now going to go in and update the links in the back end. I'll update this page so that it has the 10 best running shoe deals, the same ones that I'm going to highlight here. So I'll put the link in the description below. And then I also wanted to let you know my email is always open for deals, and I've put it right there on that page so that I can help crowdsource these deals. Sometimes you guys will find them midweek, or you'll see websites that I don't. So I want to make sure that we're having the best available price always on Supwell, and so my inbox is open for that. All right, guys, so with that, let's get into the first deal. Alright, guys, so first up today we have the Rebel V3. This was my favorite shoe of 2023. I wasn't gonna make you guys wait for this. First up here, we gotta go with the Rebel. And this is a lightweight, non-plated workout shoe. I ran all of my best workouts this summer in the shoe. I know some people say it doesn't have that much cushion, it's not great for long runs. I did everything from 8 miles at marathon pace in this to 16-mile long runs, finishing at half marathon pace. So this is a super versatile shoe. If you can run with strength, I know we got a lot of cross-country runners out there. This would be an awesome daily trainer for a cross-country runner, or if you're a recreational runner and you want something lightweight for marathon training, or if you want something for treadmill running in the winter, this is a really good shoe. Now, this is something we've been chatting about in the community over the past few days, is what we do to motivate ourselves to get on the treadmill. Having a nice lightweight shoe is an awesome thing to pair with a playlist or a podcast or whatever else you're going to listen to on that treadmill. I like going with this more flexible feel on the treadmill than a super cushion shoe, because the treadmill is already a little bit softer than you're gonna get out on the road, so mixing it with a super soft high stack shoe isn't a great choice. So this guy's on sale for $65 at Foot Locker, which is the cheapest we've seen it since I bought this exact pair for $65 last summer. All right, guys, next up we have the Saucony Endorphin Shift 3. Now this is another one of my all-time favorite running shoes and one of my favorite shoes of 2023. I put 350 miles on the shoe, so I don't say that lightly. And this is a really solid option if you want a little bit more of a structured, built-up daily trainer. If you're a bigger runner, now some people have been asking me what I mean when I say bigger runner. I am 160 pounds, but I'm also 6'2", and I run with a lower cadence. So I do classify myself borderline as a bigger runner. When I say that, I'm usually referencing 150, 160 plus. Maybe you're more muscular, maybe you're carrying more weight, or maybe you are a taller runner. I think this helps contextualize it a little bit. And why I even talk about this is because different foams react to different mechanics and weights a lot differently. For example, a PEBA foam, which is generally lighter and bouncier, can feel a little bit soft and bottom out over the long term, which is an issue that I had in the Endorphin Speed 3 for long runs. Whereas something like the Endorphin Shift 3 with a firmer EVA, which is a much more traditional foam, doesn't have as much energy return, but provides more structure and support for us who run with either more power, more force, or carrying more weight. So this guy is going to be a really stable ride. It has this plastic heel clip out in the back to hold your foot in place, and it's also pretty lightweight for its size and provides a ton of cushioning. It's 39 millimeters in the heel and 5 millimeters in the forefoot for a nice 4 millimeter drop, which is super friendly for a variety of foot strikes. So this one is on sale for $80 at Running Warehouse. Great buy. They're not going to be making an Endorphin Shift 4, and they still do have a lot of good colorways and sizes left here. So if you need a replacement or you're looking for a new daily trainer, check out the Shift 3. Next up, we have the New Balance 1080 V12. This one is on sale for $100 at Running Warehouse. Now, I've been running in the 1080 V13 a lot recently. It just crossed 250 miles for me this morning, and go check out the Instagram. I put up a story. You can see that outsole is getting burnt up, but it still is really cushioned. The foam feels great. I can't recommend it enough as a recovery running shoe. Now, the 1080 V12 is the previous edition of the shoe. They did change it from the V12 to the V13, but it's also going to be a more durable shoe because the foam is a little bit more structured. It's not going to break down as quickly, and it's going to have a little bit of a faster ride. So if you want something that has balanced cushioning, so not too soft, not too firm, but a little bit to the firmer side, then this is a really solid option to check out. I'm going to highlight some other daily trainers on this list here, but those have a little bit of a softer ride for everyday mile. This is one of those shoes that's in the sweet spot, that's just supportive enough, just enough cushion while not being too soft or too firm. So $100 at Running Warehouse. All right, guys, next up we have the Saucony Triumph 20 for $100 at Running Warehouse. Now, this is the deal that I think people have been sleeping on because the Triumph 21 came out a few months ago or sometime in 2023, and it's been priced at $160, and the 20 has been priced at $100 for a long time, and now the 22 is coming out. So people have forgotten that the 20 is the same thing as the 21, and it's $60 cheaper, and we're gonna have, of course, the new 22 coming out, but this is still a really solid shoe. Another one that's in the 350 mile club for me. It's this and the Saucony Endorphin Shift, which I've taken to super high mileage levels, and it's still rolling along. I have the waterproof version here, and I absolutely love this shoe for long runs, for any of those days where I just wanna cruise along but have a little bit extra bounce. That's what this thing is great for. And as the shoe can vouch for itself with 350 miles, it's a very durable foam. It feels just as bouncy as the day I got it out of the box, which I cannot say about a lot of shoes out there. So if you're curious about the new Ride 17, I would go ahead and buy this instead because it's the same exact foam and it's gonna be $100 versus that Ride 17, which is gonna be $140. All right, guys, next up we have the Nike Vomero 17. Now, this guy has been my workhorse daily trainer since around Thanksgiving. I've put about 150 to 200 miles on it. I bought it for full price at $160, and in this colorway, Nike's now selling it for $130. Like I mentioned, they're trying to turn over their rotation of colors, so you get a $30 discount. Now, I named this my most underrated shoe of 2023 because it didn't get a lot of pop on year-end lists, and I've absolutely loved it for everyday miles. It has just the right amount of cushioning, and with the Zoom X layer on top, has a nice bounce, has a nice flexible toe off too because it doesn't have too much foam up in the forefoot. There has been some back and forth in the comments about whether it's worth $160 and whether it has enough cushioning in the forefoot. You guys know me, I love a nice flexible shoe, and I love that you can get that flexibility with still having a really cushioned heel for heel landings and a super durable outsole because flexible shoes tend to be lighter weight and not the most durable. So if you're like me and you want a nice flexible but workhorse shoe, this is a great choice right now for that $130 because that puts it closer to daily trainers that others have been comparing it to, like the Saucony Ride and the Adidas Audi Zero SL. So if you're curious about the shoe, if you need a super durable shoe and you don't want something that's gonna be super lightweight, if you want a little bit more support and structure, then the Vomero is a great choice. I can't recommend it enough. I'm gonna take this to the 300 mile club for sure. Hopefully the 400 mile club, but we'll see once I get that Puma Velocity Nitro 3 in here. I might be laying a ton of miles in on that thing and this might get cast away, but for now, this is number one in my durable workhorse rotation. All right, guys, next up we have the Asics Novablast 3 for $100. Now, the Novablast 4 came out recently, and that one is gonna be a little bit firmer, a little bit more structured, a little bit more bloated than the Novablast 3. So I never ran in this shoe because I wasn't too interested in running in a super soft daily trainer. It's not my favorite. The 1080 has been one of the few super soft shoes that has hit for me perfectly that I've loved. I generally tend to not love that category, but a lot of folks love the Novablast 3. At $100, it's a great deal here if you want something nice, soft, and cushioned for those winter miles. I do think it's probably a little bit too soft for my preference for the treadmill, but if you want a treadmill recovery shoe for the winter, this could be a good choice. And if it doesn't hit for you for running, some of these colorways are decent for casual wear as well. All right, guys, next up we have the Nike Pegasus 40. Now, I'm holding the 39 here. 40 is gonna be the same thing with the small revised upper update, and it's on sale right now for $70 at Dick's Sporting Goods. So Pegasus is just a classic everyday running shoe. I'm always gonna have a Pegasus in my rotation. I'm really hoping Nike can send me the 41 when it comes out so I can test that one too. I just love everything this shoe offers. It's comfortable, it's versatile, it looks good. You can run in it, you can walk in it, you can go to the gym in it, you can pull the weeds in it, you can mow the lawn in it. It's the definition of a sneaker. You know, I went to an AI conference, an AI and marketing conference last year, and they put into one of those image generators, do a Saucony and Dunkin' Donuts running shoe collaboration. and the AI spit out a picture of a running shoe with a swoosh on it because that's what it thought a running shoe was, even though the prompt said Saucony. So this is the definition of a running shoe, even according to the robots, and you can't argue with the robots because they're probably coming for us. So at $70, there's probably no better value in a daily trainer than this. Yes, it doesn't have too much cushion up in the forefoot. I don't mind that. Some of you might, but again, another great treadmill running shoe for the winter. And if it doesn't hit for you for running, another great one that you can put into your rotation for everyday use, walking, and all those other things that support our running. All right, guys, next up we have the Hoka Rincon 3 for $100. Now I saw at the running event, the Rincon 4, they're gonna be bringing that out at some point in 2024. So for now, we can get that Rincon 3 for $100 at Running Warehouse. This is gonna be a nice lightweight shoe, not the most durable platform in the world, and Hoka in general hasn't been known for their durability over the past few years, but I have taken the Mach 5 to the 300-mile club, so you might have some luck, depending on your foot strength, depending on how hard you wear on these shoes, to take the Rincon to 200, 300, 400 miles. So what you're gonna be getting here is a nice lightweight shoe with a fast and bouncy ride. This is a great option if you have a durable workhorse shoe like a Vomero or an Asics Gel Cumulus, and you want something just a little bit more fun to pair with it. And at $100, even if you don't end up getting 300 miles, you're not gonna be breaking the bank to try something new. Now again, going with the theme today, a great shoe for the treadmill for the winter. And I found that run on the treadmill keeps my shoes a little bit fresher than run out in the pavement, just because it's a little bit of a softer ride. And another tip with these softer shoes that might not be the most durable is if you do have other shoes in your rotation, let them rest for 5 to 10 days, come back to them. I've found that helps the foam stay fresh for a lot longer too. That's one of the things that got my Mach 5 to 300 miles. So Rincon 3 right now, pick it up if you want something nice, fun, lightweight for the winter, $100 at Running Warehouse. All right, guys, next up we have the Atreyu Daily Trainer for $55. Now, Atreyu is an Austin-based running brand, one of the only running startups that's focused on delivering affordable goods to us. There's a bunch of running startups out there focused on gear and making cool looking stuff and making marketing slogans that sound good, but Atreyu is focused on delivering value for the people, which I absolutely love. I actually ran by the founder when I was running with a friend of mine who's a product designer, and I didn't get a chance to meet him. I would love to do something with Atreyu at some point. Anyway, the Daily Trainer here is on sale for $55 at REI right now. And the Daily Trainer is a great shoe if you want something that's simple and classic for everyday miles. There's nothing here that's too different from a Pegasus or a Clifton. They're using a supercritical EVA foam though, which is gonna be a little bit bouncier than what we have in the Pegasus or even that Clifton, closer to what's in the top layer of that Mach 5. So it should be a decently fun, slightly bouncy ride that offers just enough protection for those everyday miles. This is also another good shoe for casual use. I love the way it looks, and because it's an unknown startup, you could be, that rule breaker, that innovator in your friend group that puts everyone on to the new game in town, Atreyu. All right, guys, last tip here, we have the Nike InfinityRN 4 for $95 at Dick's Sporting Goods. So this is one that I've seen on sale a ton recently in person. Every time I've gone into Dick's Sporting Goods, they've had this for $100 or $120, but this $95 price point is the cheapest one I've seen, and it's because this white and yellow Volt colorway they have here is one of the launch colorways. They're trying to turn over their inventory, which is a little hack for us runners, right? If you want to get cheap shoes, just wait till Nike or Adidas release new colorways, and you could almost always snag the old one for $50 to $80 off of MSRP. So this guy's brief is comfort, it's cushioning, it's not the lightest weight shoe, it's 11.1 ounces. But it's actually the shoe that I've seen on the feet of most of the NFL staff this season, which should tell you it's a super comfortable shoe if you're a bigger person who needs more cushioning underfoot to protect those joints. This also comes in a Gore-Tex version. That one I've seen on sale for $135 recently, but if you need something that's not waterproof just for relaxed miles or even walking, this is a great choice for $95 right now at Dick's. So all right, guys, there you have it. Those were the 10 best deals this weekend. Make sure to go head to the site to see all of the links there, and I'll keep that updated every week as we do these videos. Shoot me an email, yoanna@supple.io, if you have any deals you want me to include going forward. As always, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with another video.